Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. When you were a kid and we were learning, let's say, addition and subtraction in school, first grade, kindergarten, whatever the grade, usually that starts being a focus, especially in grade one, right? Addition, subtraction, and multiplication usually begins in grade two, from the best of my knowledge. Of course, that might have changed since back in my time. However, definitely basic adding and subtraction did begin, at least where I was in first grade. Let me ask you, when you were a kid, how did you feel when you gathered up those coins or those pennies, whatever example, or those apples, whatever it is back in the day that your teacher put on your desk, and you got more of because you were working with, as maybe you might have called, plus and minus. A lot of kids refer to it back then, in our generation, we were kids a long time ago, as plus and minus. Okay. How did you feel when things were plussing? How did you feel when things were leaving? Okay. You're like, Chad, what are you talking about? Didn't you feel a sense of, I don't know, empowerment, gathering, happy? You were reaping something. Didn't even realize it. We were kids, right? Our first experience thinking about stuff like that. Whenever we were doing addition and whenever we were doing subtraction, something was being taken, taking away, right? So people would call it takeaway, okay? Minus takeaway. That's the way some people would work. It's an interesting reaction, but it's something we didn't even realize it, but we were experiencing it as children. We were learning the basics of addition and subtraction. Interesting. Okay. So we'll go back to that in a couple of minutes or so. I have a question for you, and it's unrelated to what I just said, but we could tie it all in together later on. Okay. I have a question for you. If an unexpected expense that costs, I'd say in the neighborhood of about $1,000, if an unexpected, totally unexpected expense that costs $1,000 about has to be paid right then and there, one of those weird things that come up in life, are you able to handle that? Are you able, you don't have to answer this to me, but to yourself, can you handle that? Some people may say, yeah, well, I have a credit card that'll, pay that thing right away, which is a short-term loan. But can you cover that expense when the bill comes in? Again, to yourself, question. Or do you not have any sort of backup plan, like zero, ZERO? What would happen to you? Okay. This is a dilemma for many people. Sometimes people get a letter in the mail. They've been paying XYZ dollars of rent for XYZ period of time on their lease and forgetting that lease renewal time is coming up. Yeah. Then you get a letter in the mail that your rent is going to go up significantly if you're not living in a certain type of, let's say, rent stabilized situation. And the landlord could raise the rent to whatever the number, whatever the number. I'm just saying. Would you be prepared for that? Yeah, well, some wouldn't even flinch. Some, this would be extremely devastating. Some people may end up having to totally change their lifestyle and their living conditions. Yep, yep, yep. Just wondering. Okay. Next question. Were you taught to save whatever is left over after paying your bills? Were you taught to save whatever is left over after paying your bills? Okay. Well, I could tell you, going back to the first question, that many people could not handle on their own organically grown money to pay off a bill, a sudden expense of $1,000. Can't do it. They can't do. Need some sort of assistance, some sort of help. Maybe break it up into payments, whatever it is. Can't do it unless they take some sort of other action. They don't have that money to back them up. Where a lot of people, especially right now, and The next one, were you taught to save whatever is left over after paying your bills? A lot of people were taught that. A lot of us, okay? Taught that. And that could be a problem. Why? Because the person that was learning that never learned how to pay themselves first, and they were relying on whatever's left over. And that's a random thing, random number. And many is the time that nothing is left over because there's always somebody out there at the end of the month looking for something. Or there's always a temptation by many people to spend whatever fractional thing is left over. Or the amount is so small that would take a gazillion years to, be any number of any great significance. So you see, there are a lot of things that are going on. There are a lot of moving parts. Now, remember that feeling we were talking about gathering, addition, and subtraction? And that was with the basic math. So, yeah, what we should consider as an addition in our life, our plus in our life, we should consider while things are quiet, if you will, emergency funding. That should never be put on the back burner. That should be like a right away, name it and claim it. Just get started, do it, make sure you start. Next, consider bringing in some more income, some way, somehow. Selling stuff that you don't use could bless other people. Sell it at a reasonable price that works for the future buyer and for you, to earn some money. Put that away. And here's something that a lot of people, I don't know, we hear it all the time, but a lot of people just don't do it because they think it's so hard, and it's really not that difficult at all. It really is not. Tracking your expenses, tracking your spending. Because if we don't track our expenses, how can we absolutely know what we're doing when we're trying to budget, when we're sitting down to budget? You can't know what you don't know. So somewhere, somehow, it has to start some way. Okay. And just like we learn, for example, as we tie it all in together, we're learning in grade one level how to add, how to do plussing, like the kids would say. Let's do plussing, let's do minusing. We learn how to build it up, how to gather it all together. We learn how, basically, as little kids. We're not realizing that, there's going to be a day that we're an adult and we have to really know these skills, these basic skills. All we're caring about is watching the apples grow or the pennies grow or whatever it is that our teacher or parents provide for us to plus with, to add with. Okay. And then also we're learning takeaway. Let's learn takeaway, minus, subtraction. We learned that stuff, okay? And we learn what we need to learn to cut down on our expenses, okay? That's basic stuff. If you think about it, addition and subtraction are part of a couple of really important basic rules that apply to how we manage our cash. Now, remember, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just talking to you as a neighbor. We're just hanging out across the fence, exchanging great ideas, okay? And that's what friends should do, exchange great ideas. How prepared are you? Are you plussing as much as you should be plussing? Are you subtracting things from your life that are nothing but drainage, leakage from your wallet? Are you paying for subscriptions you never use? That's definitely a subtraction. That's definitely a minus. Okay. So, are you adding into your figures money for an emergency fund? That's an important addition. Very, very important. Can you consider selling useless for you, but maybe quite useful for someone else? Stuff that's just laying around your house, gathering dust and taking up space. All these things need to be considered. But I could tell you this much, that basic child in us, when we learned adding and subtracting, how we felt gathering up and adding up our pluses, and how we felt learning how to subtract our minuses, those basic important skills we never knew would and should have lasted our lifetime. Thank you so very much for being here. I truly appreciate who you. Don't forget to come back when? Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Super thanks, all forever appreciated. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Thank you.